says City Department of Transportation Commissioner Polly Trottenberg.
We just want to see what we can do for this week to encourage people, if you can, take mass transit, ride a bike, walk.
If you must use 1st and 2nd Avenues near the UN, be aware there will be no stopping or standing. On Manhattan's east side, Marla Diamond, WCBS News Radio 880.
A volunteer group is setting to cleaning Ella Parkway Park and making it more beautiful. But residents say the place has recently been a magnet for homelessness and drug use. Sean Adams has this.
There's a new rose garden in Ella Parkway Park near saplings, too. There's been a major sprucing up going on, and people are afraid to come here. They say vagrants have taken over.
Ah, sweet. I usually come this way. They're always over here laying on the grass. At the bus stop over here. Horrible, horrible.
Residents complain about folks strung out on C2 spikes and people turning the park into their own private toilet.
Garbage, yes, drug paraphernalia, and you can smell it. I mean, you can smell it, you can see it.
The volunteer group Friends of Ella Parkway is fighting to take back the park. They're asking the city for more enforcement and more homeless outreach services. This morning, an NYPD vehicle parked on the grass right near one of those trouble spots. Along Ella Parkway, Sean Adams, WCBS News Radio 80.
The town of Harrison is investigating a harassment. Female police officer against the recently retired captain who led that department for 3 months this year. The Journal News says a written complaint against Captain Edward Detlef was filed over the summer. And Detlef took over the department in February when the former chief, Michael Olsey, retired. The investigative claims he sexually harassed a female police detective. The FBI of the officer making the complaint has not been produced. Workers in the Berkeley County Courts on this morning removing all the charges against the warrant to the sheriff of Monday after the case surfaced. Attorneys raised in all the public comments of the circle and asked him to buy drugs from them at 9 o'clock. Nothing happened until he got off at 36th Street in Greenwood Heights. Two of the suspects followed the man and forced him into an alleyway where they falsely identified themselves as police officers, took out a knife and then punched the man. They got away with more than $1,200 cash. Police have released surveillance video hoping to identify the suspects. Everything is News Time, 1107. Coming up, why some local cable subscribers may lose some popular channels. Enjoy the fall colors in your own home. It's time for Certified Painters. Maybe your home needs a new warm color in the dining room, or you need a fresh look on your home's exterior. Well, you can count on Certified Painters to transform your home. Call 1-800-GO-CERTA. Certified Painters are local. They're in your neighborhood. They have been my go-to guy for over 10 years. Every job they've done for me has been on time, on budget. It always looks great. You can't ask for more than that. Now, I've already booked my local Certipro for a fall painting project. You should do the same thing. Call 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's 1-800-GOCERTA or visit Certipro.com and schedule your estimate today. Certipro says we do painting. You do life. Each Certipro painter's business is independently owned and operated. Down 1108, time for traffic and weather together. Forest consultant.
We still have a broken down vehicle on the Kiwanis in Brooklyn inbound by Hamilton Avenue on the left lane. And we also have construction on the Grand Central and eastbound by the Kew Gardens interchange. And still slow inbound both at the Midtown Belt and also on the 59th Street Bridge, both levels. In fact, the Brooklyn eastbound belt that is jammed up too as you're getting into Middle Basin. Again, that is all that road work there. And we still have a crash being cleared on Staten Island northbound Route 440, the West Shore Expressway, just before the Staten Island Expressway. 3 lanes are still shut with that, so what traffic is doing is getting by on the shoulder, so that is causing some delay. Southbound at Lincoln, it's a little slow, no problems at the Holland Tunnel. Very slow on the westbound Cross Bronx from White Plains Road to the Athon Chino would be looking at delays of at least a half an hour there. Into New Jersey, you've got problems as well, southbound of the western spur of the New Jersey Turnpike by 15W. Exit is still on the shoulder, but it is still causing rubber-necking delays almost back to Route 3, even coming off of Route 280. Getting out of the southbound western spur, you've got some delays on that ramp right there. Next traffic update less than 10 minutes away at WCBS.
Now, Channel 2 meteorologist area in Brentwood where investigators found the bodies of MS-13 murder victims, Taylor Cuevas and Nisa Mickens. The listing agent for the property did not return phone calls. The previous owner of the house did not return phone calls. Left with her relatives by the post. It's 11:11.
What does building a better bank look like? It starts with building Capital One cafes, warm, inviting places that feel nothing like a typical bank. An account with no fees or minimum in 5 minutes, and you'll always find people ready to help you, not sell you. Welcome to Banking Reimagined. Within your wallet. Free stores opening on Friday. Capital One is member FDIC. Copies available in select locations. Copyright 2018 Capital One.
There are 3 things every homeowner wants their home to be. Smarter, safer, and more fun. Wireless told you can do all 3 in one product. Introducing the OneLink Safe and Sound, a hardwired, smart smoke and carbon monoxide alarm with a premium home speaker and Amazon Alexa voice assistant in one sleek device. Built with First Alert safety technology and providing an immersive, great sound experience. The Safe and Sound elevates bringing home. Learn more at onelink.firstalert.com. That's onelink.firstalert.com. The News on Demand plus WCBS 880 podcast only on the radio.com app. You can download the radio.com app today or listen anytime, anywhere. 9/11/12. That's time for sports. Here's Brett Heller.
Well, Joe, injury update on Giants tight end Evan Ingram. ESPN says that they sprained the ligament and is considered week to week. The Giants coming off their first win over the Texans. They'll host the 2-1 Saints next Sunday. Meanwhile, the prognosis much worse for Niners quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo. Nothing official yet. The team fears he tore his ACL in the loss to the Chiefs yesterday. Here's head coach Kyle Shanahan.
If I was your starting quarterback, I mean, that's everyone. That is a big deal. And I was only lost our starting running back, too. So obviously, feel for him personally. I know how disappointed he is.
The starting running back Jarrett McKinnon already on injured reserve with the same injury, a torn ACL. Monday Night Football, the Bucs look to stay undefeated. They host the Steelers tonight. It's on WCBS starting at 7:30. Baseball, 7 games left for the Yankees, all on the road. They open up the series in Tampa tonight against the Rays. The lead a game and a half on the A's for the top wild card spot. Oakland is in Seattle tonight. Didi Gregorius is going to be reevaluated in a few days. He got that cortisone shot with a torn cartilage in his wrist. He could miss the rest of the season. And the Mets have the day off. Sports First at 12:42. I'm Brad Heller.
So recently, a healthy couple in their mid-50s came in to Leisure Health for their longevity exam. They were not expecting particularly to find anything wrong on the exam, but the exam showed otherwise.
Dr. Avi Nemitz is medical director at Leisure Health Manhattan Center for Life and Longevity.
So they go through a very complete evaluation, blood work, scanning of the coronary artery, stress test, evaluation by nutritionists and exercise physiologists. We sit down at the end of the day and his whole world shakes in that moment.
Leisure Health provides a full, in-depth, comprehensive longevity exam to detect problems before they occur.
Without an intervention, he was going to have an active cardiac problem. So I told him, look, you're going to be fine. He left with a lot of confidence, knowing exactly what he was supposed to do. We understood what he had, and now he's going to be able to deal with it.
Why spend time worrying when Leisure Health in Manhattan can provide you with a complete snapshot of your health today? Visit ElitreHealth.com. That's ELITRA Health.com. Elitra Center for Life and Longevity. Because nothing matters if you don't have your health. You're never more than 15 minutes from the big stories on WCBS.
Good morning, I'm Joe Applewhite. And here's 3 things to know at 11:15. Number 1, the Associated Press is reporting that Deputy Attorney General Ron Rosenstein will likely be fired today. Now, the AP says that's Rosenstein's expectation that he'll be fired by the end of the day. And number 2, speaking of the UN, President also says the second summit with North Korean Kim Jong-un is likely to take place quite soon. And number 3, Bill Cosby is in a Pennsylvania courtroom right now for a sentencing hearing. A judge could sentence Cosby to probation for as many as 30 years in prison. But looking for a raise? Should be on Wall Street.
It was Robert Bork, Judge Robert Bork. Not yet a judge at that time. Robert Bork, who was borked by the Democrats on Capitol Hill when he was selected to become Supreme Court Justice. So the third most senior official of the Justice Department was Robert Bork. He was the Solicitor General. Richard Nixon then ordered Bork to fire Archibald Cox. Robert Bork, not yet Judge Robert Bork at that time, Robert Bork considered resigning, but instead did as President Nixon asked, and he fired Archibald Cox. Okay? So that's the massacre. Yeah, the Attorney General resigned, refusing to follow the President's orders. The Deputy Attorney General, Ruckelshaus, resigned, refusing to follow the President's orders. Number 3 guy, Robert Bork, thought about resigning, did not, went ahead, followed the President's orders, fired the independent counsel. Now, this didn't go very well for President Nixon. The news media didn't like it a bit because they were out to get Nixon, and if it were the special counsel investigating Bill Clinton, they'd say, good, you should fire the SOB. That'd be fine. But here's what happened. So that's the Senate massacre. That's it. Okay. A new special counsel was then appointed 11 days later. And the court later ruled the dismissal had been illegal. I think that might be revisited at some point, but I think the president has the authority to fire, but what am I, a federal judge? You know. So that's the latest out of Washington, D.C., where the fun never stops. It's truly remarkable stuff. Truly remarkable stuff everywhere you turn. By the way, we had been talking about it for weeks and weeks, here and there, not every day, but I brought it up repeatedly, that there was a would-be Trump assassin on the loose, one who's not on Capitol Hill and part of the Democrat leadership. Sean Richard Christie, a 26-year-old who had been tweeting about putting a bullet in President Trump's head. There was a manhunt underway for weeks. The news media couldn't have cared less. They were just kind of hoping he'd catch up. The manhunt for a Pennsylvania man who allegedly threatened to put a bullet in President Trump's head has finally ended, officials said on Friday. Friday afternoon, after I left, Sean Richard Christie, 26, surrendered after being tracked down and cornered in a ravine just north of Route 30 in Mansfield, Ohio. On Friday afternoon, the manhunt had been underway for weeks. He was captured with a firearm on him, and the FBI is processing that. He's going to be facing further charges on that firearm, U.S. Marshal Brian Fitzgibbon said. So that's worth updating you on, for sure. Also, another murderous ambush of a police officer in the United States of America, thanks to the Democrats and Barack Obama and their war on the police, which has been ongoing for years, and has led to more than a dozen assassinations of police officers because of the anti-police rhetoric of the Democratic Party to its highest levels, including President Obama. Selma police officer shot twice in ambush while on patrol out of Selma, Alabama. Investigators now believe the officer who was shot was followed by 4 suspects, starting from Selmont all the way to Selma, where it ended at the intersection of Broad and Furnace Avenues. This demonstrates the worst fear. Selma Police Chief Spencer Collier said. Collier feared this might have happened after weeks of dealing with his officers being shot at. No one had been hit until now. He was shot with a high-powered rifle. We recovered multiple casings, and it was 4 young men that attacked a police officer in his police car, opening fire on him, planning on killing him, murdering him. He was shot in the chest. He had a Kevlar vest on. Our vests are not rifle rated, and as you know, we're seeing so many rifles. The Kevlar slowed it down, but it still penetrated. State investigators have since taken over, and the Selma Bureau of Investigation personnel put down cones marking the spots where they may have found clues. Now, this is a trend in America that the Democrats started, and there you have that. Also in Washington, D.C., we had a murder last week that people were paying attention to. A jogger was murdered mercilessly and randomly down around 11th and U streets in Washington, D.C. last week by a creepy man who just walked up to her and started stabbing her, stabbed her 7 times and murdered her. And the man has been arrested. Local reports say that it appears that the murder was racially motivated. Black murderer, Hispanic woman. He does not like white people, and he didn't stop to ask for her ethnic composition before he murdered her in a racial attack. Now, this would be big news if it were a white murderer murdering a black woman jogger. Completely innocent random murder because he didn't like black people. That would be a big story. This is not because the news media is very racist. Nancy Pelosi and the Democrat machine are trying everything they can to destroy Brett Kavanaugh and to destroy Congressman Jim Jordan. They've seen the support from patriotic Americans like you grow and grow for these conservative champions, and that has them terrified. That's why the left is doing everything they can to smear these good men. Thankfully, my friends over at FreedomWorks aren't going to let them get away with it. The people at FreedomWorks are hosting the Rally for the Republic this Wednesday, September 26th, in Washington, D.C., to get Brett Kavanaugh confirmed and Jim Jordan elected Speaker of the House. If you want to help them do that, then you need to join the effort for this critically important day of action. Please go to rallyfortherepublic.org to RSVP, or for more information. At the rally, conservative champions like Senator Rand Paul, House Freedom Caucus Chairman, Congressman Mark Meadows, economist Stephen Moore, Andrew Wilkow, and the future Speaker of the House, Congressman Jim Jordan, will all be there and need to be there too. rallyfortherepublic.org. RSVP right now. That's rallyfortherepublic.org. Yes, sir. America Today. And Michael Avenatti, he's leading the way. Kimberly Strassel is the smart person. She has weighed in on the Kavanaugh thing. And your call, 888-630-9625. There's only one.